We start with that breaking news from our nation's capital. A sharply divided Supreme Court struck down President Joe Biden's $400 billion plan to cancel or reduce federal student loan debts for millions of Americans. The court also sided with a designer who will not work with same-sex couples. CBS News' Tim McNicholas is live in the newsroom with a look at both of those rulings. Tim.
Mary, this 6-3 decision by the court's conservative majority impacts about 40 million Americans, and it derails a major campaign promise from President Biden, who said he would forgive at least $10,000 per borrower. The U.S. Department of Education had argued the debt forgiveness plan was justified because of the 2003 law called the HEROES Act, which authorizes the education secretary to waive or modify financial assistance in connection with a national emergency, such as the pandemic. But 6 Republican-led states, Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and South Carolina, sued, arguing Biden's debt relief plan exceeded the administration's authority. And now the Supreme Court agrees.
And the court said today in a 6-3 decision by the chief, no, this is a big program. You need specific authorization from Congress. You can't try and shoehorn it into waiver or modification in the HEROES Act.
A statement from the White House says, in part, the president will make clear he's not done fighting yet and will announce new actions to protect student loan borrowers. There was also another challenge from 2 student loan borrowers, but the Supreme Court, in a separate opinion, said their challenge lacked standing and tossed it out. But with the ruling on the state's challenge, the Biden administration will likely have to either push for a law through Congress or attempt another executive order. Mary.
Tim McNicholas. Tim, thank you. And that's not the only major decision from the Supreme Court today. The court also ruled 6-3 in favor of a Christian graphic artist from Colorado who does not want to design wedding websites for same-sex couples. The court ruled that the First Amendment prohibits Colorado from making the designer express messages contrary to her religious beliefs. In her dissenting opinion, Justice Sonia Sotomayor said, quote, "Today, the court, for the first time in its history, grants a business open to the public a constitutional right to refuse to serve members of a protected class."